2, 1, fight!
Breaker Box I've never fought before, okay? I have seen it fight before and I know what's there. It's a very tough titanium plow on the front of that thing. And it's fast. He'll be able to control how he comes and contacts me.
Yeah, I've seen the Great Pumpkin. That would be another fun robot to push around and flip over and maybe knock that pumpkin off the top.
We're looking at our next match, an immediate follow-up to that loss for Ray Billings. Ray Billings is back driving again with the Great Pumpkins.
Heavyweight, yeah.
The Great Pumpkin up against Breaker Box.
Ray's got to be feeling a little tired. He's been in that arena a lot lately. Both he and his son have been fighting.
Well, it's quite a responsibility to come here with two heavyweight robots, and you know, he would have to know that he'd be fighting them fairly consecutively. It also doesn't give him much time to sit back and do some work in the pit on last rights. He's going to have to leave that to Justin, his son, or somebody else.
Yeah, and find out what's wrong with the motor on that. I mean, if it's just the blade, that's one thing, but if it's the blade and the motor, then they've really got problems.
He said he tried to spin it up at the end, and there was a little bit of a pull, and it didn't seem to be working right.
Okay. So he didn't want to push it.
Didn't want to push it. They're going to have to get into the box, into the motor, and see what's going on.
So I imagine Justin's tearing that apart now. Well, this is what Sunday afternoon's like. You know, you got to be in there. You got to have a robot that you can build and rebuild quickly. I mean, this is all part of the deal. So
this is part of the deal. Looks like Jim has turned on. Breaker Box is removing the safeties.
So Jim gets another cushy match. So his last right strategy.
Match. Yes.
Well, not in the sense of winning, but certainly in the sense of having a live robot at the end of the match. Pretty much guaranteed that'll happen. So.
Yeah, unless something goes horribly awry, he's going to make it out of this alive.
Yeah, unless something breaks inside his robot. Yeah.
Yes. Looks ready to go. His weapon.
So I believe,
hammering
if I finally get this right, that the winner of this match gets Sewer Snake.
The winner, the winner of this match will get Sewer Snake.
And then that winner gets last right.
I think we had already decided Breaker Box had won.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Yeah. Ooh, nice shot.
Breaker Box really just has a low
great
wedge.
Job using the front and the back of his robot. Yeah, I think he wants to see Great Pumpkin outside the arena. He's got that look of let's go for the walls. Yeah.
Going for the walls.
And
we haven't really seen any bots outside of the arena yet.
Nothing so far that I can remember.
In getting anybody outside.
Yeah, which is usually a fairly common occurrence. So back
in the corner. Breaker Box is just pushing Great Pumpkin around at this point.
And here again, Great Pumpkin has that problem when he accelerates, his nose lifts up. And so when they're charging at each other,
and
Jim's nose is on the ground.
The Great Pumpkin's nose is up. That just makes it easy to get underneath.
Yeah. So that's the typical move of this match so far.
One of the things I love about watching these bots fight is it's just the physics of it, the kinetic energy. You know, these two objects that are fairly dense, heavy objects coming at each other at vectors, and then you see what happens.
Yeah.
Are they going to push against each other? Are they going to fly apart from each other? What's going to happen?
Because you got to remember, they're not only pushing their weight, but they're pushing the other guys, pushing back against them.
Exactly.
So it's like twice what you're dealing with.
I'd like to see Ray be able to get behind Breaker Box, be able to maybe lift him up from behind if possible. He hasn't been able to do that.
Hasn't come close. Jim's pretty much been dominating this whole thing.
Yeah. Ray is trying to get around the side of him, but it's just not working. The pumpkin has a nice shred in the back. Looks like the teeth got him.
Yeah, teeth are starting to look like they need a little dental work. Breaker Box is stuck. Okay.
Yep, Breaker Box is stuck.
So here again,
for an unstick.
1 minute to go. He's got one stick to go.
Yes.
So here again, that could prove to be a problem with Jim. The arena's getting shaky, starting to bounce around a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see things.
1 minute.
Definitely starting to see the seams come apart here in the ring.
Yeah, well, the big problem was where the side rail comes down to the floor
Yeah.
and all that, because those some of those bolts are starting to break at this point from all the force
All
they've
the
been dealing.
forces.
So, yeah.
Once again, heavy bot stuck underneath the edge of the ring. Takes a lot of work to get it out. They've removed it. Back to the fight.
Actually, in the
Great
rules,
Pumpkin is upside down. A little
On-
showboating by
on the
Jim
wedge.
on breaker box. I think 5 seconds left. Breaker box is now beating the pumpkin.
beating the poor little pumpkin.
He went for one more. He's going for some more hammers, even though it's over. Ray Billings giving Jim a big thumbs up at the end of the match.
Now that was
Although
interesting.
There's a smile, but I don't think Ray's very happy right
It was
now.
basically the pumpkin that lost that match, because when Jim flipped him over, he went onto the pumpkin and kept his wheels off the ground.
Yes.
Great
Keeping the
Pumpkin's
wheels
basically that standard wedge two-wheel design. If he hadn't had the pumpkin, he would
could
have
have
flipped
been on
over.
the top. He would
and
have
working.
been able
Yeah.
to continue to keep
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Hello, you're taking a look at the inside.
Yeah, I got 20 or 30 minutes to recharge before the next match, so I gotta hurry.
How do you feel everything went this time around? At the end, you took some nice hammer shots at the pumpkin head.
Had to do that. I just gotta stay away from that arena wall. It thing can stick me. So,
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times so far.
Yep, you just have to drive carefully and not get close to the edges. It's hard to do, but
So
I can.
next fight, you're going to go up against Sewer Snake.
I think so. Yep.
Any thoughts on that?
It'll be highly animated. A lot of pushing, a lot of flipping, and it'll be fun. We've done
And-
it before.
Two great drivers going up against each other, so I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you.
All right, Great Pumpkin had a good run, didn't he?
Great Pumpkin did really well, much better than I thought it was going to. I was not expecting it to win a single match, to be this deep in the tree. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this performance.
And I think you should be. The end of the fight, though, Breaker Box did take out some aggression on the pumpkin head.
I expected him to try to do a little pumpkin smashing, you know. It's okay.
It's okay. All right, so next fight up, Great Pumpkin is out now.
Correct. Great Pumpkin is out, and unfortunately, Last Rites looks to be irreparable.
Irreparable.
Correct.
At least in terms of this weekend.
Correct. Correct.
All right. So we may or may not see Last Rites again.
I'm still looking at it right now, but I don't see anything happening. I think it's done for the day.
Okay. Any feelings about, you've been driving a lot today with Great Pumpkin and Last Rites. Is there any fatigue going on?
Yeah, I'm rummy completely. Yeah, I'm exhausted, as I am typically at every event. I'm an idiot. I bring way too many robots.
But you have a good time.
I have a lot of fun.
All right. Well, good luck. Keep moving.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.